disappointing. It's sad.
She teaches gender studies and social justice courses and says she's seen a spike in student interest.
We've seen our majors grow, and in fact, social justice was one of the fastest growing majors of the units that are being sort of restructured in the new school of social and cultural analysis. So it is, again, disappointing because it's clear that the students want these courses.
Murillo also says students who've gone through the programs are contributing to Iowa's workforce.
All right, so you can see in the beginning, she was actually starting to get choked up about them removing this course. So I want to open it up to you all. I'll start with you on this, Nicole. So are there tangible career benefits from students who major in or take courses like gender studies?
There are probably in some healthcare fields where that would be something that you could put on a resume that would raise an eyebrow, especially at a hospital that does gender, quote unquote, reassignment or gender, quote unquote, affirming care. Having someone who's a little bit more well-versed in wokeism would probably be beneficial. However, in the general marketplace, as a hiring person, I would probably take a harder look at that person and wonder if they would be bringing those politics into my workplace. Again, businesses are designed to make money. This is not designed to change culture. So I would be very, very leery of hiring somebody who was a gender studies with a minor in transgenderism or wokeism. I can't do that. My big point about this whole thing, though, is, college I don't want to say it's a grift, but there are certain classes that you have to take, that the requirements, right? And I'm just hoping that the poor kids who are spending that kind of money to go to this college were not forced to choose this over, let's say, something more career driven that would have helped them get better jobs. There are only so many social work positions available, and they don't really pay that well. So, let's pick something that can help build our nation and assist the culture. Gender studies is just not that.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this, Shelley. Before I do, I want the chat to chime in as well. You guys, I want to get your thoughts. Are there tangible career benefits for students who major in these types of courses? Gender studies, social justice, all of these women's studies. Are there tangible career benefits? Is there more value in keeping these types of courses or even increasing these types of courses availability? Or is it like, toss it out? Do you believe we should toss it out? What are your thoughts here, Shelley?
Well, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, this was the fastest growing occupations of 2023. There were 20 of them. Only one of them could possibly fit, if you will, the category of gender studies. And that's under this broad category of substance abuse, behavioral disorders, mental health counselors, something to that degree. But the other 19 from wind turbine service technicians, I don't even know what that is. I guess it has something to do with airplanes and things like that, like Tyrone was talking about Boeing, all the way down to epidemiologists. Not one gender study career, if you will, is listed in this list. The rankings of the salaries per year go from this same list go from about $50,000 up to maybe $4,500, $50,000 across the broad categories, these 20 career fields. I don't know what the tangible benefits are, except on a personal level, that wherever these people are hired with these degrees in this gender studies field, they get a paycheck. So that's very tangible if you need a paycheck to feed yourself and your family. So in that sense, that is very tangible. However, if you are a human being, if you are a male or female, boy or girl, boys have puppy dog tails and girls have whatever the poem says. If you don't know what a woman is or a male is before you get to college, something is very wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyrone, what are your thoughts on this whole gender studies?
Nicole brought up a good point with regard to college. Outside of maybe about 5 major courses of study, college is a scam. Okay. We have too many colleges and we have way too many majors. And we need to see some reform in big education. Colleges should be mandated. If you're receiving public funds in any way, shape, or form, you should be mandated to either prove how the investment a student makes in tuition is going to result in a sustainable income long term,
Mhm.
especially one that can allow you to affordably pay back the loan, okay, that you might take. And if you can't do that, then you need to get rid of that degree program. And if you're graduating people with worthless degrees, then their loans need to be dissolved. You do that, you put that onus back on the institution, and you will see these stupidity courses in stupidity, they'll evaporate overnight. All right. If you want to really endeavor in this, you can go online and read to your heart's content
Mhm.
about whatever it is you want. But college is the university infrastructure, the industry of big education. They are complicit in driving people into courses of study that will never, ever result in any financial viability.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. So
Mhm.
Costco is in the news recently for not deciding not to remove their DEI in the company. So, Blaze TV is reporting numerous major American companies rejected DEI over the past years, scrapping their corresponding race obsessive policies, LGBT activism, and other alienating leftist commitments. So they're saying they're sticking to their guns after noting that numerous DEI related lawsuits have been filed, and that in one case a company was successfully sued for a single case of discrimination against a white employee, resulting in an award of more than $25 million. That's at Starbucks. The think tank underscored that continued embrace of DEI holds litigation, reputational, and financial risks to the company, and therefore financial risks to shareholders. But Costco is standing by it. They renamed their program, but it still openly expresses commitment to equity, which means equality of outcome, still
Mhm.
employs a chief diversity officer, and still has a supplier diversity program that picks suppliers based on their race and sex. So, my question to you all is this going to work? Do you what happens next? I want to start with you, Nicole. What do you think about this with Costco?
Listen, Costco has a lot of learning to do, and it will come at the end of a lawsuit. Someone is going to sue them, and they're going to sue them for both the C's in their name, and it's going to be vicious and swift. What I think the other companies have seen is that these DEI programs are very, very expensive, not only in the implementation, but maintaining and monitoring, making sure that although people don't start out equal, and some people work harder than other people, that everybody has the same outcome is a lot of resources that you put into that program. These are resources that you could be using to do other things to grow your company. So it's smart. It's a smart business decision to walk away from it. And dare I say, many of these companies were likely forced into it in the beginning. And having the opportunity to drop it like a hot stone is really, really nice. But Costco's only going to learn when somebody sues the pants off of them. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I want to acknowledge our super chatter here with Kung Fu CJ says, "Go woke, go broke." All
That part.
right. So Tyrone, you heard him say that. Do you agree with that? Go woke, go broke. Will Costco go broke behind this?
That's been, I mean, if you look at Hollywood, that's definitely been the trend. Okay, Paramount Studios is broke, MGM is broke, Disney's hanging on, but they're pivoting away from woke content because it's not a moneymaker. Now, Costco's biggest competitor is Walmart. Walmart's got a $730 billion market cap, and Costco has just over 400 million, 400 billion. Both have billion, multi-hundred-billion-dollar market caps. So Costco's got a long way to go before they catch up with Walmart, and this may make that more difficult. So, as Nicole said, a lawsuit is one thing that would do it. But ultimately, if the uh, if the share owners don't see growth, okay, they're going to start asking some questions. Just like the shareholders over at Boeing have started to ask questions. As I said, Paramount, same thing. All this stuff sounds great, in the faculty lounge. Why can't we be friends? Hey, but when you put it out onto the market, all right, now I will say that it looks a little different when you make a woke movie that nobody wants to see versus selling $5 rotisserie chickens. Okay. Uh, so it'll take a little longer in Costco's case, but to the extent they can't catch up with Walmart, then that'll be a problem for the share owners.
All right. Shelly, what are your thoughts in regards to Costco and their continued DEI programs?
I stand with Costco, and I'll tell you why. As a business, as a private business, they get to decide whatever business model they choose. Now, you're right, Tyrone. If the shareholders eventually not making money, maybe that will, knock them across their head and wake them up. But in principle, I stand with Costco. Every business gets to decide. I don't want the government coming in to the private market. They regulated the schools, and many they should, because much of our money goes through the schools, whether it's private, whether it's Harvard or some other, school in a rural area, because they get financial aid, federal taxes. So the government had a place to do that. But in the private business owners get to decide their business models. Fail, succeed, up or down, that is on their dime. And if the membership or the members of Costco pay whatever the annual fee is or the monthly fee, so be it. That's called free market, and that's called doing what you want to do with your money.
All right. Definitely people can do, these businesses can certainly do as they choose, but we as consumers can do as we choose. And so this is why we here at Pop and Politics have decided to take action with our dollars. Vote with your dollars, support Made in America, and back companies that honor our families, faith, and country. If you don't agree with what Costco is doing, don't shop there. And we found an exciting way to make this switch, and we want you to join us. Check out www.popandswitch.com and click Yes, I want to make the switch. It's that easy. It's time to walk away from corporations like BlackRock and Vanguard that undermine our principles. Let's invest in America. Let's support businesses that share our love for this country. You don't have to take on everything at once, but you can start here. Join us in making this one small yet powerful step. Visit www.popandswitch.com. Click the link and schedule a call with our team to learn how you can make the switch. Together, we can create real change. If you don't believe in what these companies are pushing, LGBT, they're pushing this type of DEI where, giving favoritism to people based on their skin color, and you don't agree with it, don't shop there, because I certainly won't. Just like my shirt says, it's not about black, it's not about white, it's American. Don't let them divide us. And this is division, and I'm not going to stand for it. All right. So we are moving right along. Speaking